Welcome to the Project Core Professional Development modules. This module, Supporting Individual Access to the Universal Core, is designed to explain the importance of personal access to the Universal Core vocabulary and discuss how to identify an initial Universal Core vocabulary format for each student. Project Core is being conducted by the Center for Literacy and Disability Studies, a unit in the Department of Allied Health Sciences at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Access to the Universal Core vocabulary may be provided via print-based communication boards or books, 3D symbols, or communication apps or devices. Several formats are available to download and print from the project website. These formats include 3D symbols. An online selection tool offers support for making initial decisions about which format is best suited to each student. Each of the formats is available in PCS, PCS High Contrast, Symbol Sticks, and widget symbols. This allows schools and teams to match existing symbols if they have been using them. The Universal Core vocabulary words can be found on many AAC systems with voice output, including communication apps for mobile platforms like iPads and speech-generating devices. A few examples of commercial apps that include access to the Universal Core vocabulary include Crescendo from Assistiveware, SuperCore from SmartBox, Snap Plus Core First from Tobii Dynavox, Project Core 36 from Cough Drop, LAMP Words for Life from Pranky Romich Company, various core vocabulary programs from Saltillo, plus several more. If a student has a communication app or device, it is very likely core vocabulary is available on their system. A simple key is provided on the project website to determine how to locate the words in the Universal Core vocabulary on commercial AAC apps and devices. For example, on the Indie, the words all, can, and do are found on the core page, while different is on the descriptions page. No matter what format they need, all students must have their own Universal Core vocabulary communication system at all times. There are no prerequisites. Many students who are beginning communicators will take some time to learn to use the system, but they must have access to learn. In addition to making sure that all students have their own system, adults must show students how to use them, or systems that are very similar during meaningful interactions throughout the day. A range of Universal Core vocabulary formats are available for download from the project website for students who do not yet have a core vocabulary communication system. These are intended to serve as an initial option so you and your students can get started right away. You will need to consider your students' abilities to select a format that they can learn to access and use. Each format is designed for students to have personal access to all day, every day, and for adults to use for teaching. Let's review the formats available for download from the project website. The 36 location Universal Core communication board formats are best suited to students whose vision and physical abilities lead you to believe that the student can learn to touch one of the 36 symbols to make selections. A standard one-page format displays 1-inch symbols, and an enlarged 2-page format displays 2-inch symbols. High contrast versions are also available for students with certain visual impairments. The 9-location format shows 9 symbols on each page across a 4-page book. This format is best suited to students whose physical abilities lead you to believe They will require fewer symbols or larger targets as they learn to communicate with the system. Most students will need support to turn the pages or navigate to the desired page. A high contrast version is available. The 6-location format shows 6 symbols on each page across a 6-page book. This format is best suited to students who benefit from fewer symbols per page to visually scan or need larger targets to touch. A high contrast version is available. The 4-location format shows 4 symbols on each page across a 9-page book. This format is best suited to students who you believe require very large targets or very few targets on a single page. The 4-square format is designed for students who can point but may use their whole hand or fist. Almost all students who use this system will require support turning the pages or navigating to a desired page. A high contrast version is available for students with certain visual impairments. The 4 or 6 inline format shows 4 or 6 symbols in a row across 9 or 6 pages. This format is designed to support access through partner-assisted scanning. A high contrast version is available for students with visual impairments. Adults point to and say the name of each symbol from left to right. As symbols are presented, the adult waits for a student to respond. Students who are just getting started with partner-assisted scanning might benefit from 4 symbols, while more experienced students might find more success with the 6 inline version. Partner-assisted scanning is discussed in more detail later in this module. The 4 corners format shows 4 symbols across 9 transparent sheets. This format is best suited to students who you believe can learn to look reliably at each symbol in order to indicate a choice. A high contrast version is available. Finally, an initial set of 3D symbols are available to represent core vocabulary to students who have no usable vision. Each 3D symbol has a shape, color, texture, a unique raised element, and Braille. Each is stamped with the printed word to ensure that adults label the symbol in the same way each time it is presented. The Braille serves an important role in supporting consistent orientation when adults place the symbol in the student's hand or students pick up the symbols. If you believe your students require the 3D symbols, please check the Project Core website for specific resources to help you get started. The Universal Core Selection Tool is on the project website to help you make decisions about which format might work best as a starting place for each student. To access the selection tool, go to the project-core.com website, choose Universal Core Communication Systems, then click on the link to take you to the Universal Core Selection Tool. You will use the selection tool for each student. Let's step through how the selection tool works using Leo's needs and abilities as an example. We'll answer the questions in the same way his team did to help them choose his initial communication format. The first question was, does the student have useful vision? Leo's team answered yes. Leo is able to see. The next question was, is the student able to physically point? Leo's team answered yes again. While Leo does not point with a finger, he is able to point to locations on a page using his whole hand. The next question was, what is the smallest target the student can point to? The team had to choose from 1, 2, 3, or 4-inch squares. Leo's team thought he would be able to point to symbols that were in a 2-inch square. The last question was, can the student visually scan 36 symbols on a page? Leo's team thought he would be able to do this. The online tool suggested that the enlarged version of the 36 location Universal Core Vocabulary would be a good place to start. This is a 2-page format. The link to download the file was provided. Leo's team was able to download, print, and laminate an initial communication system that allowed the adults in his classroom to start using aided language input right away and allow Leo to start learning how he can use symbols to communicate.